says I'm live. And okay. Let me fiddle with my clocks. So I need to go find the other one here. Let's put it onto here. And down to there. And now go to that. Alright. I know it's everybody's favorite. So I'm just running way behind tonight. So let me move this kind of up out of the way over there. Let me go ahead and let's add the other one in, I guess, yeah. And okay. Okay. Yikes, that's horrible. Let's shrink that maybe. Come on. Bring this one down, I guess. And we can put this up here. That's like that, and I'll be able to game stuff in a second. See what I have here. Sally, sorry it's been so hot, Nubby. Hey, Maddie, I've been having an okay week for the most part. Sally. Yeah, you're early, right on. Now, what else am I going to do tonight? I have all my usual stuff, I think. I don't think I have anything unusual tonight, so. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go play Octordle. Actually, let me. There we go, like that. Okay, I need myself fixed here. Let me see about this here. Yeah, it seems fine. What do you think? That's fine. Yippee-yay. Now let me move this out of my way. Over to there. And now let's go to the daily game, I guess, for rescue. Alright. That's not played, right? Because the P didn't go, so it's going to be elate, isn't it? Right? Alright. Called Foxy Max. I'll try to remember to look at it. And yeah, you guys can make all the suggestions you want. I don't promise to take any suggestions, but you know, I'm open to at least hearing it. Was that one going to be skull? Alright, that other one there is going to be what? Cease? Yep, okay. And it's going to be tool. Like the ribbon type crap. Oh, spite. I didn't see that the eye wasn't in yet. was delve, but nope. So what is it going to be? Del? No, it can't be Vel because that one isn't right. You know. Well, thanks, Crunchy, for the suggestion, nonetheless. I mean, I'm drawing a blank on these last two. Dodge. All right. And I am not at all sure. I have a little bit of tea here. There's that. Okay, that's hello, hi, SBA, how's it going? Well, so the L's got to be first, doesn't it? So it looks like the A's got to be second. So L-A. I know not what it is. Why am I just being dense? It wouldn't be the first time. Lance, that's what it is. Heebie-jeebie. I just could not see it. Not for the life of me. There you go, Crunchy. Great minds think alike. Yeah, you do. Okay, Maddie. Oh, there we go. We all got there. All right, so let's do extreme. I'll say cushy, joint, freak, and could be chain, could be China over there, could be Chuck. This will make my eye itch. Okay, that one's going to be probably juror, isn't it? Okay. And skier. Okay. Musky. Dusky. Artsy. That could be unbid. Nope, can't be that. Not seeing that one at all. That one's probably, I was going to say stoop, but okay, and that's going to be musky. just got to get this one here. Unzip. Nope, can't be unzip. Pin up. What do you know? Hey Kay, how's it going? All right. That was extreme. Let's go ahead and do classic. And then we'll do the sequence, and then we'll do the chill one. And what do we have? Scent is going to be my guess. There we go. And leafy, maybe. Let's go ahead and put in plum. Leafy. And that could be heath. I'm going to say that one is depot, okay. And herd. And, oops, vapid. And wharf, probably. And, yep, heath. And dirty, I guess. All right. And now we go to classic without extreme. We'll do sequence and then we'll do chill. Giant freak. Probably gonna be great, isn't it? And go ahead and put in plum. Twirl. Alright, credo. Elder. Bevel or bezel? Gnome. And golem. And crony. Alright. Now we'll go to the chill one. And let's do cushy, giant, freak, plum, waged. Alright. That one is frame. Oops. What are you doing, Bill? Type the correct thing. It's going to be enemy, isn't it? And scuba. And I don't know what that one is there. All right. Super, I guess, is that one, yeah? Least, I guess. Okay. Yeah, crunchy. I picked those words because I get 15 unique letters, and I get all the vowels. And it's just words I pick because I think they use letters that I think are commonly in words. Another one I did is Artsy Women Build or Artsy Women Guild or something like that. But I find I like this one because of the secondary words of plum and waged. And if you really want to get them all, then you do vixen and squizzed. But, that tends to not leave you enough guesses. So what is this one over here, man? Usage, huh? There we go. S what? Spare? Alright. What do you know? Okay. Let's come back to the regular thingamabob here. Oh no, my mic is just totally went down. What's going on here? It's like it doesn't want to stay up. All right, let's tighten this thing up a little bit better then, I guess, huh? I hope it's not making horrible noise for you guys, but I suppose I could have gone into the be right back mode, but I did not. Okay, anyway. Mics are in. Looks like clocks are going. Oh, I never started off my first break thing. Well, I'll just have to wing it on this one, and I'll try to remember to turn it on next time. I may have to zap my tea for that during the next break. What do I want to do? I was going to say this morning for the first set of triggers. You know, I'm going to do is the doodads and the. Come on now. There we go. Let's start with the yellow one. Yeah, nothing like overthinking word games, right? Excuse me. It has its own little. I don't know if you can hear it enough, but there's like little air holes. Hey, Dark Oats, how's it going? Let's put this one aside just for a bit. We may come back to it. We may not. I don't know. Now I'll do this one just because, again, it's got the nice green color, so it works with the green screen. And of course, cool. I'm glad you could hear it at least a little bit crunchy. I like this one a lot. I mean, it's just. It is supposed to be on, but I forgot to turn it on, so I'm just gonna use the show timer for this first break, which is coming up in a minute, whatever, and I'll try to remember to kick it off for the next one. Yeah, but yeah, I forgot to start that one off for some reason. Hey, Lost Fun, how's it going? Welcome back. Oh, yeah, here. I've been doing everything on that here. Let's do a little bit over here, right? Get everything all going the same way. Yeah. Well, actually, Crunchy, yeah, you're kind of. Oh, yeah, I have. I just have everything kind of strewn out over my desk in front of me, and it's usually poorly organized. Okay, it's coming up on break time here, so I'm going to go ahead and take a break, and I'll be back in just a couple of minutes, and we'll see what goes on from there. Come here. Okay, I'm back, and we have comments here. Is there anything you've missed? Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything, but, you know, my brain doesn't hold on to things if it doesn't need to sometimes, you know what I mean? But it's been a mostly okay week. Anything notable? No, not really. Yeah, I spent a fair part of the week still kind of laid up because of my back being messed up, but from the previous weeks, you know, injury, trying to help my niece's partner move. So I'm gonna freaking think of another trigger here. I will save that art brushes till later, but I might do some beard brushing now, I guess. You know, that's what's not being properly functioning or whatever. My brain just won't work tonight. I didn't have my freaking headphones on. There, I knew something was not going properly or optimally or whatever the word should be there. Am I planning on doing another chart video in there? Yeah, probably. Well, not, yeah, probably, yeah. I just don't know when exactly. I'm kind of been discombobulated for the past couple of weeks, so, yeah, I mean, yeah, yes, there will be a geography one. Actually, maybe in the next couple of weeks, because, you know, I don't have anything planned in. Let's see, I think this week is going to be a mind test Monday, right? Because what did I just did revolver sweeper, right? Or is that right? I need to go look at my own second stuff. Out of the way, out of the way. Out of the way, so I can actually use the desk here for a minute there. And let's go to here. So yeah, probably, how long ago did I do one before that? Looks like it's been a minute. Back in May. Yeah, okay, I could maybe try and squeeze that in next week. Maybe that's what I'll do for next week's. And now actually I'll wait till after that, because I like using that sometimes as a gameplay thing just because of the format of it. So I might be doing that. Anyway, let me just get this back into something that makes more sense, I guess. Yikes. Flashing, flashing, flashing. Now let me go back to over here. And there we go. I can more or less see everything. And recombobulating. YouTube Jason. Hopefully you will get the opportunity to get some good sleep tonight. That's, one of the very many options that sometimes my videos provide. Okay. I'm going to go back and play with this thing some more, just because I like it. And I like the fact that it is the right color green so that it works with the green screen thing. I think maybe I should make some more green screen backgrounds so I could change that up now and again, But I just really like the fractals, though. Yeah, I was born in Chula Vista. I'm not terribly familiar with Chula Vista, to be honest, though, because I'm in San Diego County, period, and when I was down there, I didn't really spend any time in Chula Vista. Anyway, what else is there? Well, Ben, it's good that you're here because there's plenty of time left on this stream. So, for a first-time visit, well, yeah, okay, a couple of things. If you're going to be in San Diego area, if you can get to what part of town are they going to call that? I guess sort of more or less North Park, aren't they? Anyway, you go to the chicken pie shop, the San Diego chicken pie shop, if you like chicken pot pies. It's like the best chicken pot pies ever, as far as I'm concerned. But, if you disagree with me on pot pies, then you're not going to like it. But they also make other pies, too. Otherwise, just do outdoor stuff. There's lots of outdoor stuff to do. Like go up to La Jolla, to the shores, and actually go over to the Cove. Those are both nice places to go. The zoo used to be fantastic, but I'm sure it's even more crowded and expensive than it was back when. But excuse me. There's plenty of stuff to walk around in Balboa Park. I mean, it's not as large and grand as, say, Golden Gate or something, but it's a pretty good-sized park. And there's some interesting little areas, trails and things to walk along. I don't know if they still do, but they used to do free concerts during the summer at the Organ Pavilion in Balboa Park. There's an actual honest-to-God organ pavilion. Or with an honest, pipe organ. Honest-to-God pipe organ. I don't know, anybody else got any good tips on? Glad I could offer any assistance at all. still haven't found a good angle for these, to hold it up and do them. If I do them in a reasonably natural way for me to do them, then they're not in front of the camera. And if I hold them up in front of the camera, then well, maybe I won't bother with trying to do them properly. I'll just use them as little bells. I think of how to better utilize these, I think. Maybe I'll fiddle with those some more later. I think what I might do, though, just right now. Man, sometimes the latency between what I send and what YouTube is showing me that they're displaying. I was going to get this. Let's do some tapping on this thing here. Just because I like the sound of it. And my nails are kind of long, so they should be working pretty good for this. Let's go to the other side for a bit. Well, thanks, Crunchy. In truth, I feel like I still go way too fast. But I know what you mean. Let's do ever stream while high? Well, I won't say no. Yeah. What's next? No, I haven't. Yeah, let's tap on the back of the beard brush for because it's almost break time, so it's just gonna be barely anything anyway, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna go take a break and I will be back momentarily. Okay, I am back. At least it appears so. So yippee-yi-yay. And, I might do... I think I might go play some more Octoral. Just doing the practice version. Yeah, let's do that for a bit. Let's do the regular practice one. Okay. Joint freak. That one looks like it's going to be shout. Point maybe. Dopey probably. Hater. Nope. Excuse me. Hearth maybe. Or heart. Nope. What is that one? Earth. There we go. Cacao. And Brook. And Rodeo. Bulge, Bugle, Zoe. Almost didn't make it. Almost. And that one's probably Fritz, huh? And 40. And that could be Trove. Could be Trove. Let's put in Plum. See what gets us. Alright, so I'm going to say Trove. And oops, Blaze. And Retro. Salad. Apply. Adopt. Hey, I got it. One of these, and I'll go do a different trigger or something. One's probably human, I think, maybe. And shape or some such thing. Let's put in Plum. Okay, that could be Betty. And I still don't have enough for that one shade. Could be shave. I'm going to say waved. Oops. Holy mackerel. Twice. What's this one here at the end here? Label. Oh, bagel. Oh well. Alright. Yeah, I'll play one more and then that'll be that. Hydro, what do you think? And that could be press. I'm going to put in Plum. That's Pinto over there. And that one is going to be press, isn't it? And motor. And click. And Abler. No Baylor. How is it again? Anode and drama, I guess. Hey, we got it. Yippee-yi-yay. All right, let's go back to here. Do that, and then So what's going to be the? You know what I think maybe I'll do is I will do some crinkling. Do some crinkling with some stuff in the crinkling bag. Yeah. All right. start with this one, which is a shadow of its former self. It was the bag that used to hold the green suit, but the green suit now has a new bag because this one won't hold it anymore. It's kind of ripped up a little bit. But it still crinkles nice. Is the other green suit in its bag. I've worn this suit less. Actually, almost never, to be honest. I just tried it on a couple of times because it doesn't have any eye holes or anything. It just covers you up entirely. So the gloves don't remove and the head doesn't remove. But nonetheless. next one is a favorite of mine, is the italicized plastic snack bar wrapper. Funk Soul Brother. Italicized plastic snack bar wrapper. Now, I think it was last week or the week before, I introduced a new crinkly element, which was plastic, metallicized plastic, sort of film layer on the top of a food product. And it sounds quite different from the other one. Part of it is certainly that the snack bar wrapper one is older. Okay, and I'm back again. Oops, I didn't click off the white clock. Let me do that real quick. And there we go. So we can, oopsie daisy. Is everything back the way it's supposed to be now, I think, I hope. Put this back over here, like that. I think it is. Alright, so what is the next bit of thing going to be? I think I will do the block of wood with the paintbrush near the end, because those also tend to segue into the mic brushing, which segues into the lullaby thing very well. So I think I'll do that. Maybe what I'll do is, again, using my pill jar, because my other one isn't clean. So we're going to have this small jar, and we'll try to do the chopstick in the jar noise. See what we got. Excuse me. Noise can get me to zone out pretty well. Just more over here on this side. I don't know, Embassy. Good questions. I have not the answers. set this aside for a minute. What have I gone through tonight? Is there anything I want to read you just yet? Not just yet, I don't think. Oh, we got plenty of time. Do more crinkling? No, not really. So let me put these things aside here. I know what I could do. Let's do this for a little bit. I feel like I haven't done this in a minute. Did I do skateboard noises last week? Anyway, let's get some skateboard wheels spinning here at least. Find a good position. There we go. That's good enough. Yeah, we can get better speed up than that. What do you think? I got a good one. Spinning wheels, all right. What's tool heisty? I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean the previous thing I was screwing around with? That was just a tool jar and a pill jar and a chopstick. Anything to do with chocolate, I guess. I like chocolate a lot. I like crackers, like wheat thins and that kind of thing. When I eat snacks lately, I've been eating dried fruit, some walnuts, and again, occasionally I get some candy or some nonsense. But well, there's still an hour left. It's not the end of the world gone. Horse is tired. You're welcome, James. That's what an odd thing, looking at me while you're listening to Tool. All right, you know, whatever works, man. Get you, reasonably relaxed and all of that. Groovy. Hey, Vexing, how's it going? Happy Saturday. Spinning of the wheels, I guess, just for a bit. True Fru? No, I don't think I have. I don't know if I need addictive treats. Hello, is that Fokum Boyomo? Cameroon. Wow. Well, welcome from California to you in Cameroon. Okay. Just a few more seconds and then I will take another break. But I will be back. And I guess since vexing is here, it should be a good time to probably do the tracing, right? Unless anybody's got some objections. Okay, I'm going to set down the Fiberflex for a bit. I don't know, I might come back to it later in the show, but maybe not. Who knows? Okay, it's time for me to take a break. I'll be back. And I'm back, and oh, wow, you're going to move here. Well, I don't know if I can recommend that, but you need to work your own life's trajectory, of course. But Zowie. I think I'm going to go. Do I want to play some more? Oh, yeah, no, I was going to do the tracing. Let's do the tracing on the labradorite, or at least what I believe to be labradorite. And set this aside, and this here like this, and you come here, and there's that. That goes here. Oh, wow. Well, we have, I'm not sure how to compare ours with yours, but we have kind of a dictator right now ourselves. But in any case, well, if you do make it here, I hope that things work out well for you, nonetheless. Okay, what do I'm going to start with today? Let's start with, let's do the numbers, and I'll start with 0 and go from 0 to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I'll do the lowercase letters. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I'll do the uppercase letters. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Okay. Where do I want to stash this now? How about up over here? Out of my way. There we go. What do I got time-wise here? Oh, we're still got a fair amount of time. Oh, let's see what I had. What is good? I'm not sure what's good, Javon. Hopefully many things. Hey, Rob. You know, whenever I don't see you chiming in, I'm just going to assume that you're here gaming. What do we have here? So we still have a little bit of time left. I'm tempted to go play some more of a computer game of sorts or something. Although, yeah, maybe not. Let's do something. You know, I'm going to go back to using that. The little doodads here. The yellow and the green guy. The ones that look like pills. Rather large pills, but pills nonetheless. One of the pooches is getting outside. Oh, so now we're down people. I guess that's one thing that's happened. So Jarell now lives above me, not my niece. And so my niece and her boyfriend left, and their dog. So now we only have two. I think we're just down to 6 dogs now. So from a 9 to a 6. Yeah, I guess that's it. Jarell has 2, my sister has 2, and my dad has 2. How I got turned on to mathematics? I'm not sure if I have a specific instance that turned me on to them. I mean, I find it curious and interesting. And in truth, through most of like school, like elementary school, high school, that kind of thing, well, yeah, I kept all my texts. Well, mostly it's because I like math. I don't know how else to say it other than that. I find, the topics inside of it to be, pretty cool and groovy. There's a lot to it, because it's a part of it is that there's a context of it. So it's like, as long as you're inside of math, it can work. You know what I mean? I mean, granted, you have to be in a particular sort of context and the axioms and all that kind of stuff, right? But and it can be cool for puzzles and that kind of thing. And one thing I'm like really, really curious, and I've always been about things like geometry and trigonometry, and and things to do with shapes of things, which has always been very frustrating for me because out of all the various reasoning types of things to do that have to do with mathematics, I find spatial reasoning and to be the most challenging. And so that's part of it, I guess, because outside of the beauty and the interest of it, just in an odd sense, there is a challenge, and I don't know, my brain likes challenging things a lot of the time. I think most of our brains do. It's just somehow we get put off it, Yeah, but a little bit, Chris, a little bit. All right, let's go to the green one again. And in part, of course, just because of the color of it. It makes me think this is that little sensor part for a tricorder, right? Do I listen to music with intention I assume you mean every day. No, not every day, to be honest. Most days, I think, probably is fair to say. Hey, looks like we got over 30 viewers tonight. Well, yeah, look at that. How's that for something? Yeah, I have been thinking about maybe trying to do some math kinds of stuff, Chris. It's mostly just figuring out how I want to present it. Do I want to do it on the computer, so using a screen capture sort of thing? I think I might do that because it seems like it's probably the easiest to produce well, make it so things are legible and all of that. Otherwise, I could do the, put the camera shooting over my shoulder kind of thing. So yeah, it is kind of in the noggin being considered among various other things, but I've also been thinking about doing that, like making my own little mini course in symbolic logic. Well, it's going by fast again tonight, isn't it? Okay. I am back. So you know, I am gonna. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I'm gonna go back and play. Here, let me move this out of the way and guard your eyes, because this is gonna flash. Because I'm gonna go try to play Nordle. There we go. And I think maybe I'll make myself invisible for the moment, because I'm just kind of in the way, aren't I? There we go. That's better. Excuse me. So, oops, get into the right window, Bill. There we go. Yay. See if I can make it all the way to 8 and beyond, maybe. Maybe not. Okay. All right. Trace. Musty, dusty, gusty. Wow, okay. Come on now, let's go. There we go. Okay, repay is that one. That one is probably brown. Yep, seen. There we go. All right, and this is going to be what? Yahoo. That's funny. All right. Come on, where am I at? Crush. Okay, plank. Break. And oops. Throb. And Brian. Probably spoon then, huh? Oh, I should have seen that. It's looking like I might not make it, huh? What the hell's going on over here? All right. Do this here like that. Okay. Polar, speak, clash, lumen, amity, rebut, and Mayan. I only need to make one more and then I'll have passed up the 8 and maybe I'll figure something else to do. Oops. There we go. So chose and crony, that's nice. How did I get that? Because I put in the W when I'm not paying attention to what I was doing, that's why. Parse, I guess, yeah, maybe, yep, okay. All right, metal, I guess is what that one is. I don't know what that, well, one of them that's bezel or bevel. So I'll just put in, I guess, bezel. And it, so didn't make it past 8 today. Yogic, okay. Well, let's go back to here. Let me go back to this. Go back to this. Let me go back to that. Let me just put that away for the moment. What do I feel like doing now? You know, I think I will start with things to do with the All right, use this one over here. The good old chunk of wood. Yeah. How about good old chunk of wood? And then I got the paintbrush and the craft brush. And yeah, so I guess we'll start with tapping on the good old chunk of wood with the pads of my fingers. Yes, I will brush on the microphone near the end, which I guess is coming up in like 25 minutes and some odd seconds. But yeah, I'll brush on the microphone a little bit, and I will also whisper, like I'll brush into one and whisper into the other. And at the very end, I'll do a little bit of a lullaby, or, you know, my half-assed version of what I can remember of the Brahms lullaby. And I don't know. It's sort of a lullaby that's recognizable. Let's get the craft brush out for a bit. And we'll brush on the end grain here. What do you think about that? Side of the last minute before the last break, and then I would probably will I do any more with the chunk of wood? I might, otherwise I'll just go straight into brushing the microphones, I think. Excuse me. I've been growing my beard out since my sister turned 40, and so 17 years ago is when I started growing it. But it really only took a couple of years to get it long. I don't know. Yeah, not very long. But yeah. Just takes patience, man. Just patience. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back up. You know what? We don't need to have the white clock visible anymore because it's not really doing anything now. There we go. And they put back on my headphones so I can hear what I'm doing. Since I'm going to be doing that brushing thing here. So I'll be using that paintbrush. And I will start off by I will brush over there while I whisper over here. I will brush unless that doesn't, I'll have to look into that. Last I looked, all my channels were still working. It might, but the patron got changed because I did turn that off. It's now just back to being a tip jar again. In any case, I will go back to brushing over there while I whisper. Over here. Switch around. So now I'm brushing over there, which was formerly over here, but this over here was once over there. So, but now I am brushing over there, whispering over here, brushing over there, whispering over here, brushing whispering over here. There while I am whispering over here. Brushing over there. While I am whispering over here. My throat's a little dry. Oops, no more tea. Excuse me. Okay, I think I'm gonna make a half-ass attempt at doing some lullaby stuff. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. La, da, 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 da. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Da, 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 da. La, 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 da, 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 da. I'll see what I can do, James. And good night. Okay, gang, that's tonight's show. And you're welcome, Chris and Jacob. Thank you. And I hope to see you guys all next week. And yeah, they'll be at Mind Test Monday, out this Monday. And it's likely to be long just because that's the way they're turning out lately, isn't it?